Beautiful people, welcome to the full moon workshop. This is a full moon in Capricorn. It will affect all of us, okay? Especially this one because it's connected to your daddy issue. I'm just teasing, but it's also literally, well, it can be. It's also literally connected to our family, a lot of foundations and relationships and how we have established certain relationships in our lives, because maybe when you were growing up in your family, you were modeled some kind of behavior that you think is normal or that you think is appropriate or that you think is a nice way to interact. And maybe you're recognizing, oh, wow, I learned a lot from my family or the people around me, society, and I'm recognizing I don't really want to continue investing into these kinds of relationships or habits or behaviors. Now, before we fully jump in, I just want to say thank you for joining. This workshop is pay what you can. So if you've already donated, thank you for supporting me and my team and everything that we're doing. And if you haven't, there is a link below that you can donate on. So thank you again for that. Also, I know it's annoying, but like I'm literally a creator. Like this is my job. My entire business is run like this. So if you can just hit the like button or like leave a comment, it's really helpful. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll shut up. Okay. Now, this is a really exciting moment because we're also on the, so we have Cancer season starting, and we are on the summer solstice. If you're in the northern hemisphere, if you're in the southern hemisphere, it is the winter solstice. So this is an opportunity for us to really recognize our light and our shadow. And I say that because when we have the solstice energy, it's really showing us it's a moment of like the longest day, so the most light. And then in the southern hemisphere, it is the longest night, so it's the most shadow. So they really, I'm not going to dive too much into this. I talk about this in the Cancer season workshop, which is also pay what you can. I'm going to post it below, the link for that, so you can download and watch it later. But the opportunity that today that the solstice brings us is an opportunity for us to really recognize that yes, we all have shadows and we all have light, and they're both equally as important. So don't try to beat yourself up about things that you don't like about yourself or your past or whatever. Also, don't fall into an ego trap thinking I'm amazing because maybe recently you started peeling off the layers of your old human self, and now you're recognizing that there's a completely different person underneath all of that, and you are bringing that person out. And that's exciting. Also, maybe some of you have recently found more purpose or excitement on a new spiritual path, and that's beautiful, but we don't want to feed into this egoic state where we think we know everything and this is the best way to do it, because the shadow and the light are equally as important. And I know that that's a little bit challenging for some of us to hear, or also maybe you're like, there's no way that the shadow is as good as the light. Like how? But like really, we shouldn't be living in this like polarity experience. So anyways, I'm not going to get too into that, but my point is don't beat yourself up. Don't fall into the ego. It's like, just find a little bit of balance as best we can, right? We're all trying. Now, put that aside, if you want to know more about that and how to work with the Cancer season energies for the next 30 days, you can download the workshop. It also has a workbook, and it is pay what you can. So again, I'll post the link below, okay? So this is really interesting because this is the first full moon in Capricorn, and there are two full moon in Capricorns. So the second full moon in Capricorn will be in a month from now. Okay. So what I found really interesting meditating before this is that the first full moon in Capricorn is more about focusing on like destroying the old foundations, habits, beliefs, the old ways of investing our time, our energy, our money, the old structures that we've built, because a lot of us have built habits, built belief systems, built routines, structures that don't really support us now. And I say that with an emphasis on now because for a long time, maybe these old outdated habits, connections, the ways of investing your time, energy, money, maybe it helped you. For sure, at some point, it was helpful. Whether it was leading you down a path of more clarity about yourself, or maybe some of you experienced traumatic or heartbreaking experiences, and you needed to self-soothe. So what do? We typically will, for me, for example, like I started smoking a lot of weed when I was young, like age 16. I would drink a lot, and like that became my habit. That became my foundation. That became my structure. Maybe overeating, over shopping, like doing whatever. So we all have something like that. And that's like a comfortable thing that we go back to because it's self-soothing. It doesn't work for us now. It's like moving forward, we know that I can't, every time I'm stressed, like, I want to just smoke weed. Like, it doesn't work. Like, I'm running 2 companies. I have like I'm doing, like, it just doesn't work. I can't just be like a potato, like a potato all day. Like, I can't do that. So anyways, I now recognize, and this full moon in Capricorn, it's funny because I just came back from Amsterdam with my team. We were like traveling, just doing whatever. And we actually went to watch Esther Hicks, who's an amazing channeler. So find her on YouTube if you're interested. But we went to watch, and I was there for, I think, a week or something like that. Before that, it was my birthday. Happy birthday to me. And so that birthday week was kind of like, oh, have a few drinks, smoke some weed, do my thing, whatever. And then Amsterdam was similar. And my point is, I'm really recognizing like, wow, as all this was leading up to this full moon in Capricorn, I'm noticing like, I don't like how my body feels. I don't like how my energy is low. I don't like all of these things. And that's because these things, drinking, smoking, shopping, doing whatever, these things used to feel good for me because they were self-soothing. So it's like, okay, but now I'm applying these old things that don't really support the current me. So it's like, this is really important for you to recognize, where is that showing up for you? And sorry, I'm not trying to like talk about myself this whole time. I'm trying to paint a very clear picture of what this energy is showing me so I can show you and you can apply it to your life. So figure out, what are your old beliefs? And maybe it's something more simple or more clear, like you now want to increase your prices for your customers or whatever. You want to charge them more, which is fine, of course. Like we all grow and learn and whatever. There's a time for that. But maybe you have a deep-seated belief from your family or from society or from a person from the past where you don't feel worthy, you don't feel valued enough to increase your prices or to ask for something that you want or something that you need. So you just go back, you shut up, you close down, and you just keep going. It's like, don't do that. Like, that's an old habit. That's an old tendency, an old way of dealing with the world around you. And now we have an opportunity to deconstruct those old foundations and to reestablish the new ones, which connects me to the second full moon in Capricorn that we will have in a month from now. And that focuses on reparenting. So teaching ourselves again how to speak up for ourselves and to recognize it's safe to speak up. We want to create new habits, behaviors. There's a lot of new structures. Maybe that's your daily routine. Maybe it's how you are literally structuring or running your business or your household. It's how you want to show up in relationships, love, friends, family, and what is that exchange? Because you are investing into that relationship. You are investing your time, your energy. You can't get back your time. You can't get back your energy. You can get back your money sometimes. If you make a good investment, it could really come back to you, which is beautiful. But we all know those people who we spend time with and then we leave and we're like, ugh, oh my God, I feel fucking drained. It's because that person is a motherfucking vampire and they're sucking on the teat and you're just leaking shit. Like, no. We're not doing that anymore. And Capricorn also brings an opportunity for us to establish boundaries and limitations So understanding our limitations and getting rid of those, reparenting ourselves and understanding that, yes, okay, I want to have fun. Maybe sometimes for me, for example, I want to go to Amsterdam and smoke some weed. Then go for it. But if I'm going to do that, then maybe next time, and I really want to challenge myself with this, for example, next time I'll go for a week, maybe Monday to Friday, nothing. Saturday and Sunday, sure. Smoke all the weed you want, enjoy yourself. That's a boundary. That's a limit. That is how we reparent ourselves, how we reteach ourselves what healthy boundaries, healthy communication, healthy habits look like. And Capricorn is very good for planning, strategizing, structuring things, but we need a little more freedom and flexibility with Capricorn energy. So even opportunities for freedom, opportunities for flexibility, opportunities for no plan can be planned, right? So like Monday to Friday, I do, ABC, whatever. Saturday, Sunday, okay, that's free time. That's crazy time. That's whatever. And that's an opportunity for you to really understand how to work with boundaries in a healthier way, not to think about boundaries as something that will limit you, because that's not the goal. I once heard, I'm probably going to like fuck up the sign language, but I once heard an architect say that only when you establish walls do you actually create space. So for example, without walls, you have no frame. It means it's just open. When you establish 4 walls, you've now created a room. So think about structures, boundaries like that. It's not about limiting yourself. It's about creating a room for that fun, for that time, etc. So I really like that. I hope you guys like it also. Let me know in the comments. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about is I have Cancer season. So now we are in Cancer season. Welcome. This is a focus on the mother and the father. Okay, so Cancer and Capricorn are the parents. It's also connected to our ancestors before us. It's also connected deeply to family, safety, security, all these things. So with this Capricorn energy, we have an opportunity to create more space for that safety and security, for that, really it's like our deep, intimate connection. So how can we create more time and energy for the connections that we really want in our lives and not just everyone, always, all the time, everywhere, you know what I mean? We want to have those limits to say like, no, I don't want to interact with you. I don't want to reply to that email. I don't want to be always available on my phone. It's like, no, I'm not doing that anymore because it's not healthy for me. And I really need to prioritize myself, self-care. So we focus on self-care when we think about Cancer season. There's a lot we can talk about for Cancer season and the solstice, whether you're in the north or the southern hemisphere, it doesn't matter. We're all working with these same energies through 2 different lenses. So I would strongly suggest that you watch the Cancer season workshop. It also comes with the workbook that you download. You can pay whatever you want, just like this workshop. So I'm just going to stop there with the Cancer season stuff, and you can find more later on. There's 2 really interesting things that are happening right now. So one of them is, sorry, I have my like notepads here, so I'm just reading. One of them is that the sun is squaring Neptune. So Neptune can feel a little bit lost, confused, sort of like delusional. It's like also an opportunity for us to fantasize, to see things differently, and to feel into sort of the like ethereal, the spiritual, energetic realm, which is beautiful. It's really helpful for art, writing, dreaming, whatever. So I would suggest now, especially because, well, wait a second, there's 2 things coming through. I would say, yes, I suggest that if you're feeling a little bit lost or confused or you need clarity, paint, write, move the body, dance, go create something, or even meditate. Because I feel like through moving the energy like that, it's going to help you process whatever you're trying to figure out. The second thing is that with the sun square Neptune, there's maybe some conversations or experiences. I'm hearing negotiations for some of you, paperwork. Maybe you're in relationships. Like, don't just like fall for and believe everything right now. Like, it's not a good time for that. You want to be really slowing down, taking a minute to breathe, to process. If you can delay making a big decision, I would suggest delaying it even for like a week or so. But like, there's this overall energy of confusion or potential like manipulation. But what's beautiful about this with the sun is that the sun helps us illuminate and to see something more clearly, and it brings a lot of energy to that thing. So you should be getting answers or clarity soon. Some of you maybe also are having just like this intuitive opportunity to be like, my intuition is saying one thing, but this person is telling me another. So I would just wait and pause, but you could be right about what you're feeling. You also could be so off. So like, I would really suggest just like pause, wait, maybe wait until like the new moon, which is in like 2 weeks. That'll be a better time for you to I think make a decision and move forward. Okay. The other thing is that we have Mercury and Venus, which is the planet of self-value, love, receiving, sex, art, money, connecting with Mercury, the planet of our thoughts, our ideas, communication, our process, our everyday sort of tasks. And this is a really nice combination because those two planets are together in the sign of Cancer. So we're really given an opportunity this Cancer season to understand that our values are changing. How we want to communicate to the world around us is changing. And we can communicate our boundaries with kindness, and we can still get what we want without fighting and battling. And it doesn't always need to be so aggressive. So I really like the combination of those two planets together right now, moving through the sign of Cancer. So just enjoy that. Okay, let me see what tarot card we have here. Nine of Wands. I love that. So I feel like this is actually interesting because we talked about establishing those walls to create space, like a room, for example. And this is like, clearly they've used these wands to establish some sort of structure that they are now standing on. And when they are standing on it, you can see they're having fun. There's a big smiley face. There's balloons like floating. So it's like they have literally used the structure. They've used a schedule, for example. Like, I hate schedules. I have a schedule. It's fucking full, but it's like, I hate the idea of like, I want to like just fly by the seat of my pants and do what I want. I don't want you to tell me when or where or how, or I don't want you to tell me the schedule that I have to follow. But, but, but what I'm now noticing is when I actually have a schedule saying, okay, I'm going to wake up at this time. I'm going to go to work at this time. After that, this is my free time. This is my gym time. And then this is like home, cook, rest, or whatever. It's like the schedule itself actually provides more free time because we've scheduled free time. You know what I mean? Free time. So it's like, yeah, maybe just thinking about that. If you notice again one more time, see these structures, the structures are allowing them to stand and to actually have fun. So it's maybe a different lens that we need to look through. Okay. So that's it. Now we're going to do an energy clearing, and then we're going to set our intentions for letting shit go. And then we are done. So I invite you now to close your eyes. And you can just focus on the breath, making the exhale longer than the inhale. And I want you to envision that there's a green fire burning in front of you on the ground. And that green fire is going to just clean whatever energies we don't want. So I want you to envision that in your hand, you have a golden comb, and just start at the top. And we're just combing out all of the negative energy that we don't want. We're combing it and we're throwing it into that fire. And that fire is going to burn and to clean and to remove all of that energy. So just follow your intuition. You can use your hands, like literally if you want, and just pulling off all of that negative energy, other people's energy, their ideas, their perspectives, their judgments, whatever. Just clean it off and toss it into that green fire and allow the fire to just get rid of it. And now I want you to imagine that green fire, like a vacuum, it starts to suck up all of the negative energy from your space. So just envision that fire starts to clean up your bedroom, your apartment, your home. Maybe it's your entire neighborhood. Just envision that green fire is cleaning up, it's sucking up like a vacuum, all of the negative energy from your space. I'm going to use a distance energy symbol to help clear you. So just visualizing your space be cleaned. And now I want you to envision that white light starts to pour down from above. Like the sky opens and white light rains down on you, or it falls, or it's like a shower. But just envision that this white light is washing you clean. It's adding a layer of protection. And it's just bringing in life force energy. I'm going to use a different distance energy symbol to help amplify that energy field, to add a layer of security. So just envision the white light pouring down. Now, while keeping your eyes closed, under this full moon in Capricorn, it's an opportunity for us to let go of any outdated beliefs or habits or behaviors. So I want you to just visualize yourself. What are you ready to let go of? What kind of habit or behavior do you feel like you are ready to let go of? Maybe it's something like smoking or drinking or too much coffee. Maybe you're just working way too much and you need more time for rest. So what tendency, what behavior, what's normal for you that you're now ready to let go? And just witness it, feel it, set the intention to let it go over the next 6 months. These full moons and new moons happen on 6-month cycles. So we need to give ourselves time, but set the intention now. Is there also a person, someone that you need to maybe reestablish a boundary with? I want you to think about that person or think about a situation where you need to establish a better boundary. And just see that person or see that situation in your mind and give yourself permission to let go of that experience so that you can start a new type of relationship, a new experience with this person. Maybe for some of you, you want to just let them go and move forward without them entirely. That's fine. That's totally acceptable. But I want you to just set the intention to release this person or this situation as well. Now, the last thing, if there's something from your family or from a close relationship that you learned or that you feel like you're carrying forward, maybe it's a generational trauma or maybe you're from a family of people who have, I don't know, issues with money, issues with addiction, or something like that. Give yourself permission to break that cycle. Give yourself permission to break that cycle. Set the intention to release that energy, to release that habit, that belief system, whatever it is. Set the intention to let go of that energy so you don't have to carry it forward for the other generations that will come after you. Now, the last thing I want you to do before we come back is to feel into your sense of control, feel into your confidence, feel into your power. Capricorn is a very strong, powerful energy, a strong, powerful zodiac. We can use this power to show up differently, to create a new reality, and to establish new boundaries. So use this energy to increase your power and just feel it. Feel confident, even if you're faking it, it's fine. Feel the emotion, feel the energy in your field, the confidence, the power, the security, and just take a deep inhale and hold the breath while we lock that energy into the body, this power, this confidence, and then release as we clear out all of the stuff that we're letting go of. And whenever you're ready, you can bring your attention back into this space. You can bring some gentle movement into the body, rolling the shoulders, your neck. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, come back into the space. Welcome back. Now, I want you to write down on a list, under this full moon in Capricorn, I am letting go of the following. And then you're just going to write down everything that just came up for you. Anything else you want to let go of, now is the time to write it all down. You can pause on my face if you can catch it, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap it up. That was a good one. Okay. Welcome back, each. That's it. So thank you for being here. I'm going to now talk about my experience for 1 or 2 minutes. That's the pivot party. So welcome to the pivot party. This is where we pivot and we change directions and we move forward in a new way. If you are interested, the tarot forecast for 2024, which is like 10 hours of tarot readings, it's time stamped. So it's really easy for you to like navigate. It includes a reading for the year ahead, which we're already in. It is now 50% off, okay? Because we're halfway through the year. It includes a reading for your sun, moon, rising. There's yes and no pick-a-piles. There are, oh my gosh, what else is there? Numerologies. We look at the year ahead for the collective, for the individual. Like, it's packed. There's so much information in it. It's amazing. We also have the Astro calendar that is also 50% off, or the bundle for both. So I'll add the links below. I would definitely suggest that you go and watch the Cancer season workshop at some point through this season so you know how to navigate it. And that's about it. So I love you. I'll see you very soon. Ciao. What's up, bitch? Now that they're gone. No, I'm just kidding. I'm good. Today we had the media day here at Wheelhouse, and it was beautiful. I'm feeling really like excited and charged up, which is good. But girl, the last like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I have just been seeing my shit come up. my habits. Like I said, I was in Amsterdam. When I tell you I just smoked weed for 7 days straight and ate everything I could like get my hands on, I'm just like, okay, this is very clearly, and it is like very clearly an old high school habit of just like weed, food, feeling disconnected, not liking myself, not liking this world. What do I do? Oh, parents are divorced. Oh, high school sucks. Oh, I'm gay. Oh, help me, help me. Where do I get help? Oh, I can't. Okay, weed, food, weed, food. It's like, okay. And now sometimes when I get into an experience that's like high stress or just feeling like, oh, I'm on vacation, I can just go back to doing whatever the fuck I want. It's like all of a sudden, boom, I'm a Gemini. The other twin shows up and is like, all right, let's fuck it up. And like all of a sudden we're just like eating whatever we want. I've been drinking like beers and shit. It's just like, no. So now I'm back in Portugal. I'm so excited to just be like clean living, slow it down, do my thing. So this is feeling really good. I'm feeling really also just like aligned with knowing that these are things that I don't want to do anymore. And the next time I do them, I'm going to establish some boundaries. So like I said before, Monday to Friday, nothing. And then Saturday, Sunday, sure, I'm on vacation, do your thing, enjoy it. And I always know when I've gone too far because like the first joint, I'm like, oh, it's so fun. And then it's like joint number 25. I'm like, oh, why am I doing this? What am I doing? Oh, just keep going. It's like, no, it's not the vibe. I'll tell you that. So anyways, that's me. Let me know in the comments how you guys have been experiencing this full moon in Capricorn, what's coming up for you. And if there's any like harsh realities, boom, because Capricorn also likes to slap us in the face sometimes and show us the reality. So anyways, let me know. Love you. Ciao. Go watch Cancer Season Workshop. If you haven't downloaded the 2024 Tarot Forecast, now's your chance. Go for it. 50% off. Bitch. Enjoy. You're welcome.